Hello and welcome. Today we're checking out why GOT7 will never be forgotten. It just came out. It's a 12-minute video. It just came out like 2 days ago. Without any long intro, let's get into it.
아는지 모르겠지만 갓세븐이 처음에 이제 나오기 전에 이게 잘 안 될 수도 있겠다라는 이런 불안감들이 다들 있었어요. 그러니까 제가 그런 말을 했었던 것 같아요. 울면서 어떤 일이 생기더라도 난 너네를 버릴 수가 없다.
저희는 이제는 솔직히 옛날 가지지도 못한 것들 지금 다 가지게
This is
되고
gonna be like
저희는 해줄 수
more
있는
on a
거 한 가지가
serious
있는 것 같은데
note video.
그래도
Com-
저희가 해줄 수 있는 잘할 수 있는 만큼 꼭 후회하지 않게.
네, 여러분 잊지 않았죠? 우리와 팬분들을 모두 사랑한다. 네, 저희는 언제나 여러분을 위한 앙코를 계속 할 거니까 항상 함께해요, 여러분들.
This story isn't just another K-pop success story. 7 guys who walked into our lives and somehow never left. It's messy, it's beautiful, and it's so much bigger than just the music. That feeling when a song
as
hits you right in
what
the
like
chest, that's
all
been
the
the entire GOT7
Ahgase
experience
fans
for millions. A constant emotional
like
gut
relate to
punch that somehow leaves you wanting more. Their story isn't perfect, and that's exactly why we love them. It's real, it's raw, it's family. This is GOT7. Remember that first time you saw them? 7 awkward boys new to the K-pop industry, but with even more determination, performing on Countdown like their lives depended on it. Because honestly, they did. The industry was already packed with talent, but there was something about these 7 that made you stop scrolling and pay attention. JB with that quiet, intense leadership. Jackson's energy that could power a small city. Mark's gentle presence. Jin Young's old soul wisdom wrapped in that face. Young Che's voice that came out of nowhere knocked you sideways. Bam Bam, redefining confidence as time passes. And Yu Young, practically a baby, but dancing like he'd made a deal with the devil. It wasn't perfect, but somehow, it pulls all of us in. Their music became our emotional shorthand. Girls, Girls, Girls feels almost funny to look back on. Those baby-faced boys trying to be swag. But then if you do dropped, and suddenly we weren't just casual listeners anymore, we were invested. Remember driving around with Just Right blasting? Telling yourself it was just a feel-good bop when really it was healing
the
something inside you didn't know
the
was
meaning
broken? You
behind the song.
became that song, the one played when nobody else understood what was happening beneath the surface. That's the thing about GOT7's music. It grew as we grew. JB and Yu started producing, and you could hear their personal struggles woven between the beats.
I feel like this video is more of like explaining about their struggles and what they like been through to this day. And like I think that's
Jackson's
like
verses
good
became
for
more
me as
raw.
I'm learning about
The playful
GOT7.
energy of their early tracks evolved into something deeper. Something that felt like it was written specifically for each of us. Look hit different after a heartbreak. Lullaby became an actual lullaby for some of us on those nights when sleep wouldn't come. It wasn't just music anymore, it was therapy. But here's the part that still hurts to talk about. Behind those perfect formations and synchronized smiles, they were drowning. The grueling schedules, the constant pressure, the criticism that seemed never ending. Let's be brutally honest, JYP Entertainment didn't always know what to do with them. While other groups got consistent concepts and promotions, GOT7 was often experimenting, reinventing, struggling to find stable ground. Remember those heartbreaking moments when they'd win awards and look almost surprised, like they couldn't believe people actually saw them? Youngjae struggling with vocal nodules but never missing a note. Mark pushing through his natural shyness to become a pillar of strength. Bam Bam being so far from home at such a young age. Jackson literally collapsing from exhaustion and still showing up the next day. We saw the toll it took. The weight loss, the exhaustion in their eyes during some V-Lives. The moments when the mask would slip and you'd catch a glimpse of just how hard they were working to stay afloat. But they never let go of each other, not once. The magic of GOT7 was never just about the performances. It was about watching 7 completely different individuals create this unbreakable circle that somehow expanded to include all of us. Jackson and Bam Bam's chaotic energy transforming even serious interviews into comedy gold. The way
Yeah.
JB's stern leader facade
Oh,
would crumble the second Yugium started teasing him. Mark quietly taking care of everyone without needing recognition. Jin Young's savage comments that always hid how deeply he cared. Youngjae's laugh that could light up a whole arena. They weren't playing the part of a family, they actually became one. And that
I
authenticity leaked through.
that's what I've seen so far with GOT7. Even though it's only been 5 months, and I could see that they're not just any like K-pop group. They're literally a family, like brothers.
Every
You can
crack in the
tell.
idol facade. The inside jokes we all somehow became part of. The way they'd break character and just be themselves. I got 7 in my heart, I got 7 in your heart wasn't just a lyric, it was a promise they kept, even when the industry tried to break them apart. Now, Ahgases weren't just passive fans collecting photo cards and streaming songs. We became this unstoppable force, this green tsunami that moved mountains. Remember those fan projects that left the members speechless? The charity work done in their name, the trending parties that would break Twitter, the endless translations, the guide videos, the support systems we built for each other. We didn't just support a K-pop group, we were building a GOT7 communities, finding pieces of ourselves in each other, creating safe spaces where loving something undoubtedly wasn't something to be embarrassed about. In January 2021, the news we've been dreading but somehow expecting, GOT7 was leaving JYP. Remember that panic? That free fall feeling? But then something unprecedented happened. They didn't disband. They didn't disappear. Instead, they pulled off the impossible. They kept their name, their identity, something almost unheard of in K-pop. They scattered to different companies, but remained one unit. They promised they weren't done, and unlike so many promises in this industry,
It feels like I'm watching
JB
a
became JB
documentary.
and started exploring the R&B he'd always loved. Jackson built an empire with Team Wang. Jin Young balanced acting with music. Mark returned to America but stayed connected. Bam Bam blossomed with his own unique style. Youngjae found his voice in more ways than one. Yugyum stepped out of the maknae's shadow and showed us his true artistic vision, all on their own terms, making the music they'd always wanted to make. That comeback single, Encore, said it all. This isn't the end, and we believe them because they'd never given us a reason not to. When
Oh
GOT7
my
left
god.
JYP in early 2021, many wondered if their promise to stay together was just another bittersweet K-pop farewell. Instead, they delivered Encore, not just as a song, but as a statement. The music video showed them in casual clothes, laughing together in a simple setting, genuine smiles replacing choreographed expressions. This wasn't a high-budget production, but something
Yeah.
more valuable. Proof of their emotional bond. The lyrics weren't subtle. They were speaking directly to us, confirming what we'd hoped. This was just another chapter beginning. The visual simplicity of the MV, just 7 friends enjoying
Hanging
each
out.
other's company, was more powerful
This
than
is
the
so
elaborate concept.
emotional.
When Nana dropped in 2022, we witnessed their evolution in real time. The vibrant, summery atmosphere of the video showcased a newfound lightness. Their short disbandment was the result of fitting a specific mold. Instead, we saw 7 artists who had found their individual voices, but still created perfect harmony together. The playful scenes of them running through colorful hallways and dancing with relaxed expressions revealed a group that was enjoying music making again. Their self-titled album GOT7 represented a declaration of identity. Now free from external pressures, the album showcased a perfect blend of their signature sound and fresh musical directions. The title track, Nanana, balanced their playful energy with sophisticated production, while B-sides like Drive Me to the Moon and 2 revealed their growth as composers and lyricists. This collection of songs demonstrated how their time apart had enhanced their ability to create cohesive music together.
Mm.
Each member contributing their unique strengths while maintaining the unmistakable GOT7 synergy. Each comeback after leaving JYP has been a triumph over an industry system that rarely allows for this kind of artistic freedom. and longevity. The visuals don't just show 7 performers, they reveal 7 brothers, still writing their story together on their own terms. Let's talk about Nestfest for a second. Not just as another festival, but as the surreal full circle moment that hit different. When GOT7 took that stage, something electric happened. 7 guys who've been pulled
I've
in
seen
7 different
a lot
directions
of videos of it.
somehow snapped back together like they'd never been apart. The
I want to
easing knocked
react
the
to
wind
the
out of us.
the
The way
whole
they moved
concert
around each other. That lived-in chemistry you can't fake. The inside jokes
because it looks
nobody
so
else
fun.
gets.
Like when I
The
scroll into
synchronized
TikTok.
breathing that happens when people have shared the same air for years. The set list felt like flipping through our collective scrapbook. Early hits had us screaming lyrics we'd forgotten we still knew by heart. When Encore hit, the festival grounds became this bizarre time machine. Thousands of us remembering exactly why we never gave up on them.
Yeah.
Some stories wrap up neatly with a clear ending. This isn't one of those stories. GOT7's legacy isn't finished. It's evolving in real time, chapter by chapter, comeback by comeback. Their impact runs deeper than charts and numbers. They showed an entire industry that artists could take control of their own narrative. That authenticity trumps perfection. That 7 people from different countries, with different dreams and different personalities, could create something so unified it changed lives. For many, GOT7 was the first group that felt real. Not manufactured, not distant, but right there. Laughing, struggling, growing, healing. They gave permission to be imperfect, to make mistakes, to change direction, to reinvent. The lights never really dim on a story like GOT7's. Even in their solo endeavors, even in the spaces between comebacks, the connection remains. The green still shines. From those nervous boys on a stage to industry veterans who rewrote the rules. Their journey reminds us that the most beautiful stories aren't about perfection. They're about persistence. About finding your people and holding on tight. About creating your own definition of success. GOT7 dared to be bold. Will you?
Mm. That is literally one of the best fan-made GOT7 videos I've ever watched. It literally spoke about the struggles and their success, and they're never gonna back down. I really enjoyed that video. Uh, that really got me like close to GOT7 in a way than I was like before I started this video. I saw their journey. Even though I was not with them, I saw what they've been through. Also in a perspective that their older fans went through. It's really like mind blowing what they went through and what they are now. So that's gonna be where we end our video today. Catch me on my next video. Bye.